1999 W140 CL500. This has been a 2-year car for me. It has been exceptionally enjoyable to own. Pulls very strong, always has. For a 5,000-pound car nearly, it has no problem getting out of its own way. The ride is wonderful, as you can see in my notes and logbook, and I've been very active on Ben's World. I've done a full front-end refresh. I've rebuilt and bled and updated the rear self-leveling suspension, so it rides fantastic. The car is quiet. Keep your foot out of it, it gets about 25 miles a gallon on the highway. Around town, certainly the weight drops off its economy, but it's just a comfortable, spacious, wonderful car to have owned. And believe me, 60 feels like 80, feels like 110 and beyond. There is just zero sensation of speed. It's just a smooth running car at all speeds. It drives straight, it stops straight. The W140 rims I added last year look fantastic. Didn't really change the ride quality over the stock 16 inchers, which are also available with the auction. Everything on this car works. The lumbar support bladders were changed prior to my ownership. The rear sunshade works, the rear headrests work, all the power functions, all the soft close functions. There are 2 Mercedes key fobs. One I was able to acquire on those rare moments that they are back in inventory. Also on the car as a hide key, I have a simple blade key attached on the outside. This way, if you ever lose your keys, you can still get in the vehicle to have it moved. You can unlock the steering column. It won't start the car due to the immobilizer, but it doesn't leave your car in a position unable to be moved. Or if you just want to leave your good key in the car and take the cheap blade. Air conditioning is cold, heat is hot, power seats work, seat heaters both work. The later models didn't suffer from any of the wiring degradation, wiring harness issues that the early models did. The air conditioning, evaporator cores weren't known to be issues on this car, on the later cars. Everything was figured out at the end of this run. 1999 was extremely rare for coupes, at least in the US, with only about 34 or 35 total 500 and 600 coupes. At least titled for 99. From a system standpoint, they have a reputation you seem to love or hate. This one came to me fairly well sorted, and like I note with the front end, just some tired components. At 70,000 miles, I believe everything was mostly original, and that was the reason I did a lot of updates. And so you're really getting a refreshed, good car, whether it's a driver or a keeper, It's been incredibly mechanically inclined, uh, if you so choose, but you really shouldn't need it anymore. The white looks fantastic on these. So many of them are in black. The white really shines from all angles. Obviously, my personal preference, the 18-inch rims really make it pop. The only thing is, I know not working on it, the parking sensors are intermittent and mostly not functional. I've tried, I've troubleshot them, I've replaced some, I've tested. It's just can't reliably keep the parking sensors together. The right headlight wiper, doesn't function. Those are a well-known fault, and I never bothered to troubleshoot it, as it seems more of a nice-to-have item, but really not necessary. It doesn't pretend to be a sports car in its handling, but it'll take roundabouts, it'll take turns. It's still fairly enjoyable on the twisties. The 5-speed transmission just is never hunting for a gear. It always seems like there's power on tap, and it's surprisingly nimble for its both size and weight. Cruise control works great. Stereo sounds good. No issues with the CD changer. That will come with one magazine, and the amplifier as well. This car is just happy all day long in a fast cruise. Can I tell you? The motor mounts, transmission mounts were done by me. Alignment was done by a recommended shop. There is a tint on the windows. It came to me this way. I don't feel it's very dark at all. It does cut the edge of the sun coming through. Headliner was replaced, as that had started to delaminate a bit. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll be available during the auction.